Hey, boys and girls. It's time for Uncle Jay Explains the News. Now here's the guy who helps little minds understand big news stories, Uncle Jay.
Hi, boys and girls. Well, it was an exciting week in the news. We had that big competition with those 20 handsome brown males in Kentucky and those 10 handsome white males in California. As a matter of fact, those Republicans kind of wished that their debate had been more like the Kentucky Derby, that somebody would have watched and cared who won, and that they could have been drinking before, during, and after. Well, Uncle Jay's news word for this week is appropriate. Or appropriate. This is one of those words you can pronounce two ways, and both ways were in the news. First, there's a man. His name is Rupert Murdoch. He's very rich, and he owns a lot of companies, boys and girls. He owns MySpace.com, and he owns DirecTV, and Fox Movies, and the Fox News Channel, and the Fox TV channel, and even the National Geographic channel. Plus, he owns a lot of newspapers, and that's important, boys and girls, because he wants to appropriate, and when you say it that way, it means to control or to buy, another newspaper called the Wall Street Journal. Now, some people are worried, boys and girls, that he might change the way the Wall Street Journal does its news. He's done it with other newspapers. We're just going to have to wait and see. Now, the other way to pronounce this word is appropriate. Appropriate. When you say it that way, it means to be correct and proper. There's a woman in Washington, D.C. who runs a business that some people say is not appropriate. She has a very long list of customers who just can't come too soon to help her out and ask her to be quiet. We'll see what happens. Well, in other news, Paris Hilton looks like she's going to be doing another reality show called The Really Simple Life. She got sentenced to jail, boys and girls, because her recent behavior was not. As if her behavior before that was something we're going to be seeing on the Disney Channel anytime soon. Okay, now, boys and girls, it's time to answer one of your news questions. This week it comes from Larry in Santa Cruz, California. Hi, Larry. Larry writes, Dear Uncle Jay, I saw that Queen Elizabeth came to America this week. What does the Queen do, actually? Is that the same Queen that did Bohemian Rhapsody, that old song so many years ago? No, Larry. Maybe some years ago the Queen might have been caught singing Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead, but mostly the Queen of England just goes around the world being nice. When she came to America last week, she was greeted by Vice President Dick Cheney. She really likes him. He really likes her. She really liked being with him. And she really liked being with President Bush. Well, boys and girls, send your news questions to Uncle Jay at UncleJayExplains.com. I'll see you next week when Uncle Jay explains the news. And remember, a good kid is good news.